Good morning, everyone. I'm Giselle Velasquez. I am one of the rotational interns for the Learning Center. I'm currently placed with tutoring. So we're all here today for the orientation, right? So in this session, we're presenting on behalf of tutoring. And to start off, our aim is for you to get a better understanding of all the different resources at the Learning Center. So today we'll be doing a project-based learning. But before we start, I would appreciate it if you pull out your electronic devices and log on to the link. Okay, as you see, as I mentioned before, we'll be doing a project-based learning. So with this, our challenge of focus would be how might we expand access to academic support for Fresno State students? And through this project-based learning, which I'll be calling PBLs, so through this PBL, we'll have both the objective, we'll have a time for review, and time for create, as you can see on the bit.ly link. So for the objectives, we want to have a better sense of how tutoring works at the Learning Center. So we'll be understanding a PBL meanwhile you're doing this PBL, understanding of training, and understanding of different strategies tutors use in their tutoring sessions. In addition, another objective is that you'll create a marketing tool that synthesizes your newfound understanding of the tutoring program. And you'll also contrast myth and facts about tutoring categorizing your first thoughts. So to begin, we all usually have assumptions of what tutoring is, but not essentially the full understanding. So with that, I would like you for 5 minutes to share myths and facts you have heard about the Learning Center, including tutoring as well. So you'll have 5 minutes.
So as individuals,
As individuals?
So individually write down the myths and facts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Correction.
And do you think, do y'all think that 2 minutes might be more appropriate? Because 5 minutes seems like a little long for an individual, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So want me to change it to 2?
Yeah. And then we'll do 8 minutes for the categorizing and discussion.
Okay. So for the first half of the review, we'll be thinking about myths and facts about tutoring at Fresno State, specifically the Learning Center. So individually for 2 minutes, I would like you to write some myths and facts that you've heard about tutoring here. 2 minutes. Pass. Okay, now that you have that written on a sheet of paper or on a note somewhere in your electronic device, I want you to share amongst your group and categorize these statements into myths and facts, and just have a general discussion for about 8 minutes.
And we'll have them use the personal whiteboard for that, right?
Yes, and you'll do this on the whiteboard. So you have 8 minutes to do that, and then once you're done with that, we'll be looking at various tutoring artifacts to refine your understanding. So 8 minutes pass. So now you'll be looking at various tutoring artifacts, which are stated below. They're links that you could click on. So this could be different PBL outlines, a general information about the PBL, which we had two of our tutors present at a conference of what a PBL is. You'll also have access to the strategy, density rubric, and the observation processes.
And now that I'm thinking about it, I'll also add to that what we call a cheat sheet, because it does give at least a general overview of what tutoring is, in addition to the facilitator giving that overview.
Okay, you'll
so
add
maybe
that?
Yeah, but maybe for the purposes of the video, like, because y'all will do this verbally too, like go back and say like what are some of the services we offer, like project-based learning events, tutoring, drop-in tutoring, one-on-one tutoring for writing, stuff like that.
Okay, so for that, I have a question. Do you think it'd be efficient for all of them to look at this separately, or kind of split them up, looking at different ones, and then probably have them split back to
It's a good question.
What do y'all think?
It's a lot.
Split it up.
Yeah. So split up the links, and then you'll come together. You know.
So for that, do you think it'd be good if we put it in the outline, like just a sub bullet point of like the different things they'll find, and then from there they can split it up?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, so with that, as you can see, there are various artifacts, and for the sake of time, it would be most efficient if you all split up and look at different things, and I'll give you about 8 minutes for you to individually look at it, and once the 8 minutes are done, we'll have another 7 minutes for all of you to spit back and explain that part of tutoring to the rest of the group. So 8 minutes, okay, they look at it, they split it up. Okay, and then, okay, now that you've individually looked at it, now let's share it amongst each other. What is a PBL? And then that's, we have it back and forth, I can confirm
Okay, so
and
like prompts,
expand.
like specific prompts for them in the discussion. Okay,
Yeah,
I
or
like
they
that.
can tell me what they got out of it, and then I can fill in the gaps.
Right. Based on that bulleted sub list that we're gonna add.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so that group looked at PBL, okay, now perhaps the density rubric, what did you find, what did you interpret, observation process, go back and forth, and then that'll go for the 8 minutes for all of the artifacts we have in the sub bullet points. Okay, now that we had this discussion and you all know what services are in tutoring and how tutoring is approached at the Learning Center, now it's for the create portion of this PBL. So in the link, in the bit.ly link, you'll find another link for the Google Slides that is set up in a 8.5 by 11, and I would like you to create a flyer with your together, whether it be class specific, just tutoring in general, just advertise tutoring. So you have 30 minutes for that, and you can incorporate and reference anything that you learned or anything that you'll find beneficial for the students.
And remember, when having them do that, y'all want to say like, this is an actual tangible flyer you can use this semester with your students.
Okay. Yeah, and this would be an actual flyer as you'd be a part of SupportNet or supplemental instruction, whichever is pertains to you. You could use this as a resource for your students. You could directly hand it off to them or even explain about it, because it's easy to hand them the flyer, but remember, we want that explanation of it and the importance of it. So as you approach this, just keep it in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay. And then the 30 minutes passed. Okay, now let's all come together again. And what did you learn from this PBL? What facts and myths were debunked, or what did you learn?
So what's interesting about this is there'll probably be like 6 to 8 different project teams, and I wonder like how should we have them just like say report out and say, this is slide 2, our flyer's on slide 2, the reason why we designed it this way is for these reasons,
Like as a whole group?
this is what we're highlighting, to the room, or should we just have them discuss what they created in their table?
At the Richter Center, we would close it off, so we would all come back together, and we would have from each group discuss what you learned today.
To everybody.
Yeah, to everybody.
So I think that's what we'll do, is they'll be like, hey, we were slide 2, we chose to focus on chemistry since most of us are in chemistry, and we highlighted these things because we thought they were important.
Okay, so should it be, so us as facilitators, okay, now in just a moment, quickly come up with one thing that you think is useful and you would like to share in the bigger group, because that will be our next task to close it off.
Or
so
just,
that they're prepared.
or you could, you'll say something like, you'll present what went into creating your flyer.
Okay, what went into creating a flyer?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
See you Monday.
See you Monday.
That was a decent walkthrough. Let's make some tweaks, and then we got this video for folks.